Hey guys, so I'm back, and this week I am talking about comparisons. So you ready? Alright, so last week we talked about materials. We talked about materialistic things. We talked about how we're trying to acquire all these things to build happiness and fill a void that we have inside of us without filling it with our own personal and self love. So, this week we're going to talk about how we compare our things and our success or all the material things that we try to acquire, and how we compare them to other people's to validate ourselves. I'm going to be honest, I have a problem with this. I have a problem with comparing myself to other people, to other things, like what I have in comparison to what other people have, or where I am in life in comparison to where other people are in life. And I constantly try to give myself some, affirmation and speak positive vibes to myself, but I still struggle with it. I think I struggle with it because I'm a very competitive person. I played I played softball pretty much like all my life. And in sports, it is about comparisons. It is about who's better, because whoever's better is going to be on the field. Whoever's faster, stronger, quicker, whoever is going to be on the field instead of you if you're not better. So that's constant comparison. That's constant, like, okay, I got to work out so I can be better than the next girl because I want to play. So I've let that trickle, that mindset, I've let that trickle into my everyday life and just the way that I think about things, or the way that I think about where I am. It's so easy to compare it to the next person because then it gives me confidence if I don't feel like I am where I want to be, and I look at somewhere else and I think, oh, well, at least I'm doing better than they are. Then, it's terrible. But it gives me some confidence, or it gives me a boost of self esteem. And that shouldn't be the way that I get my self esteem, nor should it be the way that you get your self esteem either. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about some areas in which we compare. We compare things with our family and our friends. We compare things with coworkers. We compare things with, people on the street. Like I said, the material, like the cars. Like I said last week, if we're driving a really nice car and we are feeling ourselves, and we see somebody else in a car that's maybe a couple of years later, or came out a couple of years earlier, then we're just like, oh, well, I got the new one. Like, it's silly, but we do. Hair. Whose hair is longer? Look how far my hair has gone. I don't know. Clothes. Everything. Anything materialistic. Like, that's the whole thing with materialism. It's like we're getting and we're acquiring all these things to compare it to the next person. That's not okay. So, when it comes to, like, your family and your friends, they are constant reminders of the different path that they're taking. Some of your friends might have amazing jobs. They might have just landed this awesome, great thing, and you're still stuck doing what you don't really want to be doing, or you're not where you really want to be, and you're just like, I'm behind the curve. Everyone's going to leave me, and I'm going to be stuck here forever. And it's a silly way to think, like it's so easy to get caught up in that, caught up in what your family members are doing and how great they are, and how they're telling the whole family, like, oh, look what I'm doing, this is awesome, this is great, fantastic, look at me, and you're just like, but what about me? And so you're comparing yourself to them, and then you're constantly unhappy with who you are because you're comparing it to someone that you're not. Like, you will always lose if you're comparing to someone else. You can't compare yourself to other people. Everyone is on their own path. God has designated a path for you, your friends, your family, your coworkers, everybody in the world has a different path that they're set on. So how can you compare your path to someone else's? How can you say, oh, I'm not where they are, so I am not on the right path? No, you're on your right path. You just haven't reached the place that you want to be yet. And if you stay true to who you are, and you stay true to the path that God has given you, and where He wants you to go, then yes, you will be exactly where you need to be and where you ultimately want to be. Simple as that. It's hard. It's so hard, but it's that simple. So, with that being said, there are some very successful people out there who have reached success. There are a group of friends that you may have that you need to keep that have made it somewhere that you haven't made it yet. There are family members that are on their grind and do go to their family to tell them the great things that they're doing. And as a good family member, you should praise them. But with that, instead of comparing and saying like, why not me? But instead of comparing and saying, why them? Why don't you say, why not me? Why can't I do that? What's stopping me from doing those things? We're so busy comparing, going tit for tat, thinking, why isn't that happening for me? Instead of making it happen. Instead of looking at them with the side eye, like, I'm not better than them, I'm losing. Ask them, how did you get there? What did you just have to do? What did you do? What are the steps that you took to make it to where you want to be? And then do the steps according to the path that God has for you. If someone is getting a job in accounting and you're a writer, obviously, congratulations on your CPA, congratulations on achieving that, but go achieve something for yourself. Don't think, they made it to success and I didn't. Stop whining. Figure it out for yourself and make that of yourself. You can do it. I'm telling this to myself. So ask successful people. Ask your friends. Instead of comparing to them, ask them. Ask them for advice. Stop being so prideful and thinking, I don't want to ask them. I want to figure it out on my own. They figured it out on their own. 9 times out of 10 they didn't. They probably asked somebody themselves. So when you compare, when you look at other people, it's so easy to give up before you start because you feel like, I can't make that. Like, I can't get there. You already felt like you've lost. You will always be the loser if you compare to other people. You will always be the loser if you compare yourself to other people. Always. You won't want to start anything. You'll feel like it's null and void. You feel like it won't make a difference. Stop comparing and realize that your path is for you and it is going to be beneficial for you and you alone. So yeah, like I said, I still struggle with this. I do. I love to write. But sometimes I'm scared because I look at other people's writings and I'm like, do I write that good? No, I write completely differently than they do. So how am I going to compare? Or even and the thing is, I don't compare myself to just people who have just gotten out of college. I compare myself to freaking like Toni Morrison and Maya Angelou, and I'm like, why can't I write like them? I'm like, because Morgan, you're 23 and they have grown and written for years. Stop jumping ahead of yourself. Stop it. Now, I'm not saying to aspire to be like those people. Yes, do that. Look at them and say, I want to be like her. I want to have that success. I want to be that impactful. But don't say, she's better than me. Her writing is better than mine. I'll never be that. I'll never have. You won't be her. LeBron James won't be Michael Jordan. He's LeBron James. He's good. But he won't be Mike. We're not going to have a debate about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. We're just not. But I'm saying they're two different players. Michael Jordan was MJ in his own right, and LeBron James is King James in his own right. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm sure when LeBron James was younger, he was like, I aspire to be like him. I don't want to be he doesn't want to be Michael Jordan. He wants to be himself. Be yourself. Don't want to be like other people. Be yourself. Stick to your path. Stop comparing. All right, guys. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Next week, we're going to be talking about, we're going to go into detail about social media and just media as a whole and how it affects us as people, how it embellishes so many different things and makes us feel like, we're subpar. So yeah, hope you're excited about that. I hope it helps you. I hope this helped you. And if this is helping you, or if you have anything that that you might struggle with, put it below. Say, hey, I like this, or like it. Like my videos. Subscribe. Let me know that I'm helping. Let me know that you're there. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about what else I'm going to be talking about. Media is something that has been on my mind for a while. I've been kind of observing it for a couple of years now. So yeah, get excited. Hope y'all have a great week. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace and love. Bye.